Saturday, everybody. I'm hoping I can get some replay. I hope some replay viewers get this because this is going to be so yummy. Sorry, excuse me. So I'm going to make some Thanksgiving pinwheels. And I do have to give credit where credit is due. Hey, Lori, nice to have you back, dear. So I have to give a little bit of credit to Erin Woodbury, who is also on here and who is awesome. Because she kind of inspired this one a little bit. She did a great post on Thanksgiving in a Bite, which was like a turkey burger on some sweet potato buns. Which I still have not tried the sweet potato buns yet, but I'm looking forward to it. So, but then I got inspired because I was making bread and I thought, ooh, a Thanksgiving pinwheel would be yummy. And then I can totally make it gluten-free because I'm making gluten-free bread anyway. And then I can, you know, make it all the yummy good stuff, right? Plus, I'm trying to kind of use up some of the stuff in my pantry. And, I haven't been able to figure out how to use this can of turkey. So normally, you know, maybe Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, you have leftover turkey you could make this with. But for now, we're going to use canned turkey just because I have it and I need to use it up. So I need something to roll it with and I don't have anything. So I'm going to use my salt and I'm going to roll out my dough. And if you want to see it, down here, all I'm doing is trying to roll it out. So if you guys have ever made cinnamon rolls, this is pretty much, all I'm doing. And you know what? I need to flour this real quick. Hold on. So, all I'm doing is going to flour this just a little bit underneath here. But yeah, if you've ever made any kind of cinnamon rolls, same concept, okay? So all I'm doing is just trying to get a little bit of flour underneath this. I put a little bit of coconut oil, actually. I'm going to do that instead, sorry. So if you missed my bread dough recipe, totally try and catch it. I do apologize. It is a long scope, but I do have the recipe part right at the beginning. And then we started going into other things because today is my meal prep day. So I'm kind of like throwing together a bunch of stuff all at once. But all I'm doing right now is putting this out into a kind of square. I mean, we don't have to be perfect on this, but just kind of a quick little pinwheel area because I want to be able to roll these into some yummy pinwheels. And I mean, I don't have a little roller, so I'm using my salt thing, which is kind of funny, but you know, use a cup, whatever you need to use, right, to make it work here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make sure it's kind of all the same consistency. Lori, my dear, are you still on the subway? Because I totally lost you earlier in the last scope, which I figured we just had bad reception or something. So that's my consistency, right? I'm just trying to get it nice and thin. So now, I'm going to go back. No, you're home now. Okay, good. I don't want to lose you. So now I got to grab my turkey, and I'm going to put turkey, cranberry sauce. You could probably put gravy and stuff. I mean, make it your own. But I'm going to grab my turkey. Just a second. I got to find it. I just know I have one. Here we go. Turkey. So I just have this white turkey in a can. Hey, Lori, you're back. Do you have bad reception there too, dear? And then I'm going to do cranberry sauce, which I went to buy cranberry sauce this morning because that was the thing I didn't have. And I didn't want to. Because all of them, the next ingredient was cranberries, and then the next ingredient was high fructose corn syrup, which I do try really hard to stay away from. Periscope just hates you. Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. You know what? I totally cut Kylie off from the first scope because of my phone died. So I had to actually do a second scope. Ooh, I'm getting fingerprints in this. I had to do a second scope on just... oh my gosh, my can opener is so hard. I'm using my muscles today. On how to finish up my mac and cheese recipe. Yeah, no kidding. But you gotta see how my my mac and cheese kind of turned out here. I'll show you in a sec here. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I finally got my can open. Oh my gosh, that was hard. Let me hurry and drain this real quick. Second. So, oh, but yeah, here, check out what my mac and cheese looks like. I don't know if you can see it, but this is just yellow squash as the noodles. And then I used Total Comfort Food. And then I didn't have the cheddar dairy-free cheese, but I used the mozzarella. And I mean, you know, you use what you have. You make it your own. But it totally worked. And I gotta say, oh, hold on. I gotta say, it tastes so freaking good. Yeah, exactly. If you were close, I'd be totally sharing with you. Excuse me. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to put my turkey on. So here's my just canned turkey, and I'm just going to use my hands and crumble it all over this thing. Here, let me point the camera down so you can see it. Whoopsie. See my cute tummy here. So I'm just going to crumble all over. Now, you don't want to go right next to the edges because I can still see if you want to chat. Because if you do, then it's going to be harder to roll it. But I'm just going to use, I don't even think I'll use this whole can. I'll probably use about half of it. And, but I totally cannot wait to use this after Thanksgiving and use leftovers. I just wanted to try it sooner. So once Thanksgiving hits, I'm totally going to use this for leftovers as well. So probably like that. Like, you don't want it to be too much, but kind of keep it in the middle a little bit. And then I'm going to add my cranberries. Now, I didn't want to buy cranberry sauce, like I said, because it's nasty. So all I did is I got these cranberries, if I can get my arm out of the way, these orange flavored cranberries that were from Trader Joe's. And I just rehydrated some of them because I thought it would taste yummy. So we're going to try it because I just didn't want to buy the cranberry sauce. It just looked so gross. So I just rehydrated some is all I did. And I'm just going to sprinkle those all over the place because I like turkey with my cranberries with my turkey, but I hate the jelly nastiness. I like full cranberries and sorry, that kind of stung. So I'm going to go ahead and get those all over here. So yeah, see? And then, get that off my hands. Oh, I missed the comment. So sorry. Oh, big smiley face. Thank you. And then I'm going to put cheese on it because one of my favorite things to do after Thanksgiving is to put, is to do a turkey sandwich or a turkey melt with cheese and cranberry sauce and turkey. So that was why I kind of thought about this too, was because then I was like, oh, well, sweet. Why don't I do that now? So I'm just going to use a decent handful of this Daiya cheese and just get it all over because I want it to be nice and yummy and gooey, right? Because that's kind of the whole point. And I'm just going to dump it and get it everywhere here. I'm kind of making a mess. And then, if you've never made cinnamon rolls before, this is the part that you just have to be a little bit careful of, is the rolling part. But it's still super easy. And you could totally stuff these into like little pockets too or whatever. It doesn't have to be a pinwheel. It was just kind of a thought. Oh, you know, and I was watching the cooking channel the other day because one of my secret passions. And I was watching, I forget the girl's name. It's called Kitchen Essentials. She's so awesome. And she taught how to make bagels. And then she decided to make it her own. Instead of doing bagels, she did a, like a bacon pinwheel thing. And so that's why, that was the other reason why I was like, oh yeah, I'm totally doing this. Oh no, I'm getting a little bit of a broken spot there. And then you just want to bring it kind of up on the edge and try and pinch it together the best you can. It's not going to be perfect, but you know, food doesn't have to look perfect. It just has to taste really good. And then I just leave it where it is and I start chopping, and I want to put these into a pan. So I'm going to hurry and grease my pan. I'm going to bring you back up to talk to me. Hi. I'm going to grease my pan, and then I'm going to cut these and put them in the pan. Okay, you know what? I'm going to use this pan. So I'm just going to use a round pie tin. Sorry, that is shaking like crazy. I got this little, what's it called? Tripod thingy that grips the phone. But it kind of, I don't know how much I love it because it works good. but it shakes like crazy too. So I think it works better when you don't have, when it's not connected to whatever you're touching. So maybe if you had it like across the room or something. So anyway, I'm going to put that on the top there, and I'm going to cut these. And I'm just going to get a big old knife. Get the tripod with the bendy legs. Yeah, maybe I should. I just went on Amazon and was like, okay, what's the easiest one, right? And I'm just going to cut across. Sorry, I'm kind of out of the shot for a second because I'm cutting from a weird angle right now. Oh, weird. Okay, sorry, these aren't working. Or they are, they're just not, like, you know, I'm not a professional. But I try. So there's what they look like cut. And I'm just going to stuff them right into this pan. And I'm going to let them rise a little bit before I cook them, though. Because I want them to be nice and big and yummy. Oh, that one's going to have to go the other direction. Oh, so sorry. Okay. They're kind of crumbling just a little. But probably just because they have such yummy good stuff in them that they're having a hard time staying together. I need that for dinner. I know, right? It just sounded so good. And, you know, Thanksgiving's coming and you can't help but think about the yummy Thanksgiving food. And it's like, okay, what can we eat? Because, you know, we got to stuff ourselves. But at the same time, Thanksgiving's really frustrating when you have food sensitivities because everybody wants you to try everything they made. And you don't dare because you don't know what's in it. You don't know how it's going to affect your body. And it's really kind of frustrating. So, but if you can come up with some quick, easy things that you know how to make, you don't have to be as frustrated about it. Because then if they make something and you're like, you know what, it's okay because I know I have awesome food at home that I can eat, it's not that big of a deal. I know it is frustrating. And actually, that's one of the things that's been on my mind a lot lately. Because I'm like, oh, shoot, what am I going to do about Thanksgiving, right? I don't know how I'm going to be able to make this work and have people not get offended at me, especially stuffing. Someone put almond milk in the stuffing once. Oh, my heck, really? Of all the things, right? Like, you don't, especially when they're ones like, well, you and I, Lori, kind of have the same thing, but you have more nut allergies than I do. That was awesome. I totally knocked over my coconut milk that was balancing on my mandolin, or my coconut oil that was balancing on my mandolin, and it went everywhere, but that's okay. So here's what they look like right now. You know, nothing super special, but they will, once they bake, look freaking awesome. So I have to let them rise for a little bit though. So I'm going to put a towel over them and set them aside. I'm going to just throw them up here and let them rise a little bit because heat's at the top. So if you can get them higher, the better on that. But yeah, you have to almost make your own anytime you go to a family event with that, because if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. So that was kind of part of my thought with this was, what if I could make a few quick, easy things that I could bring that if I just ate that, I would still get the flavors of Thanksgiving without feeling like I was going to have to worry about every little thing I put in my mouth, right? One sec. Sorry, I had to grab my mandolin off the floor. So anyway, that was my thought process with that one. But let's look and see how our bread's rising. Because it's looking like, oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. We got to make sure it fills the pan before we put it in the oven. But it's getting there. So let's see. What else was I going to make today? But these Thanksgiving ones I think are going to be really yummy. So Lori, since I only have you on here right now, what's going on with you? I haven't talked to you in a little while. How's your business coming along? How long do you have to wait for them to rise? I just want them to get a little bit bigger, probably about 10-15 minutes. It's not coming along? Well, what's going on? Is there anything I can help you with? I mean, I'm having the opposite problem of too many ideas and not enough of me to go around. But Lori, why don't you do a lot of the same thing like this? Because you are definitely one who I guarantee has come up with a lot of alterations for stuff. Because you kind of have to when you're in this situation. So, have you been able to try Periscope yet? Sorry, I'm like, I think I got a little bit of cranberry juice in my cut I got earlier. So, but I'm going to sit here and slice veggies while we talk, but, because we got to wait for these to rise anyway, right? Let's put that right there. Yeah, but I have a recipe. Totally, girl, you got to get, I want to see your recipe book. I would love to buy your recipe book. I am always looking for ways I can redo it and make it easier. And now I have to take pics and add them to my website. Yeah, I can see that. Pictures, definitely. See, website's great. What is your website, Lori? Put it in the chat so if anybody gets a replay, they can check it out too. Oh, and you totally missed it, by the way. The egg bread turned out awesome that I made for Kylie. You just got to get the recipe book. You should be posting on. I'm going to be posting my recipes. I just have to get the website put together. And I don't have that put together yet because I wasn't going to do the food thing yet. I was going to kind of try and learn one thing at a time and pace myself because I'm the type that's like, ooh, I can do this and I can do this and I can do this. And then I spread myself really thin. So I was going to try. And then I decided that that wasn't going to happen. And the reason why is then Module 1 came out for Nicole's 1K one day. And she's like, oh, do consulting. I have to digitize my recipe book. But it comes naturally for you. You know, it doesn't always come naturally. It's just something that I know what I can and can't eat. And so I take from those and put them together. That's really what it comes down to for me. Is more of a, okay, I can't eat this and I can't eat that. So your mind automatically goes, well, what can I have? Because I got sick and tired of going, well, I can't have this and I can't have this. It's like, you know what can I have? I can have this, I can have this. And before I knew it, there's a lot of stuff you can still have. And I've looked at, yeah, I mean, there is, right? You can find a substitute for darn near everything. You just have to be willing to look for it. And frankly, a lot of people make it way too flipping complicated, in my opinion. Like I was saying earlier, the bread recipes. Yeah, we just have to be a little creative. Exactly. You do. You have to be a little creative. Like sour cream. I could not figure out sour cream. I was, and I was like, I need sour cream. I love Mexican food. I figured out cheese so I could still have my Mexican food. You eat avocado with it. That works great too, right? But it's just sometimes you want that creaminess. Well, I Googled it and I found a recipe for sour cream that had like 12 ingredients. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm not gonna do sour cream for 12 ingredients. I got sour cream down to 4 ingredients. Sour cream and 4 ingredients is freaking awesome. Coconut cream, sour cream. I love sour cream for the first 5 minutes. But then my body realizes exactly, and that's why you have to have a sour cream that's dairy free. And I love all dairy until my body freaks out at me and goes, ha ha ha, you don't like dairy. Your body doesn't like dairy, right? And your body knows the truth. You just have to, be able to communicate with it and go, okay, my body's speaking the truth. But the funny thing is your body also knows, like it knows what it can do and what it can't do. And it also knows how to heal itself if you give it the right tools. I do have a dairy-free version. You want to hear it? I would love to share it with you, Lori. It's so easy. And again, like I took it and kind of went, oh my gosh, let me come up with another version that's better, right? Well, because I'm just lazy. Or efficient or whatever you want to call it. And I don't have the time or energy to do 12 ingredients for sour cream. I don't know who does. So, okay, so here's my recipe. Coconut cream. It depends on how much you want to make. I start with a cup of coconut cream. If it's too thick, add a little bit of coconut milk or water just to thin it out just a little bit. But I like my sour cream thick. So I just do a cup of coconut cream. And then I start with a tablespoon of both apple cider vinegar and lemon juice. And then a pinch of salt. And then if I need a little bit more of the apple cider vinegar or lemon juice, you just add it to taste. Until it tastes like sour cream, that's it. All you do. It's awesome. And it tastes good. I make up a little bit of it. Like I have this one right here. Okay. Sitting in the fridge. I made it last weekend, actually. And it's still in here. And it's good. And that's all you do though. Yeah, that's it. And you know, the funny thing is, so I had a work function. I had to bring, what were we doing? Going to the kitchen now. See? Good. I'm glad. Try it right now. That's awesome. I'm guarantee you probably have all that stuff in your house anyway. So I had to go, oh yeah, we were doing like a potluck thing at work. And I decided, you know, we were trying to decide what to do. I'm like, you know what? I made a bunch of shredded chicken already. Let's do shredded chicken taco salads, right? Because then I was like, this is something I can eat and I can bring the substitutes. Well, so everybody's supposed to bring potluck, whatever. So I just brought the stuff that I can do. I brought my dairy-free cheese. I brought my dairy-free sour cream. And then, you know, the rest of it, the chicken and everything else was totally fine. Avocado, whatever. Well, the funny thing is, my sour cream and my cheese, like, went really fast. And I didn't bring, like, you know, a ton because it is kind of expensive. But my sour cream, I just made up a batch of that really quick, just like a cup of it. Everybody loved that over the regular sour cream because it was so good. And that's the cool thing about it, is that nobody could tell the difference. That was the funny thing, is that I even asked people, I'm like, oh, so do you like my sour cream? Oh, yeah, I thought you couldn't have sour cream. Oh, I can't. That's dairy-free sour cream. Are you kidding? It's so good. I didn't even know. And I'm like, yeah. And that's the thing, is that lemon makes it not taste like coconut. That's kind of the difference. The girl that I saw the recipe on, she used cashew milk to cut the coconut flavor, but the lemon juice and the vinegar totally covered up anyway. And so you don't need to add like a ton of crap. You just make it your own. That's the whole thing about cooking, is just make it your own. And you know, the other thing, I don't know, did you catch my scope on the pumpkin chocolate chip cookies? I hide a lot of stuff in my cookies and my muffins for that reason too, because you can hide a lot of stuff in those. Oh, sweetie, I got to do that one again. Okay, we'll do that one again. I actually thought about doing it today, and I don't know if I will. But we will definitely do that again. I'll let you know when I'm doing it, because it is so good. So I hide a lot of things in my cookies and muffins. Good for you stuff, like flaxseed and chia seeds and things like that. I hide them right in there. Listening to you talk is just picturing you talk and just picturing your food website. See, I'm just so, the funny thing is that that's where I need help, because I'm good with the ideas, but the putting it together and actually slowing down enough to put it all together is where I kind of struggle. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to be a little bit better about that, and get the website put together. My sister's getting married next week, so I haven't really had time to do a lot of the editing and that, but I've been saving all my Periscope videos so I can edit them down and make them into little food clips and stuff and things like that. I'm hoping, you know, it could definitely turn into something I can do a little more consulting on people's specific needs, which, by the way, on the consulting one, that's totally you as well. You know, there's plenty market for everybody, but doing that one-on-one consulting like Nicole was talking about, and you do it over the phone, but that doesn't mean you can't, you know, people have food allergies. We could totally come up with ways to help people through those food allergies, because we've both been there, and it's super frustrating sometimes to have to deal with that, especially when you feel like you have no help and no resources. You don't know what you're going to do. Oh, Lori, if you could smell this chicken, oh my gosh. Okay, you got to see this chicken. This is what I started making earlier today. Check out my chicken. Oh, I lost you. Oh my gosh, it's so yummy. So let's see if those have risen yet, because I want to show you guys what this looks like. I wish I kind of did the prep thing. They're still a little small. I'm still going to let them rise for about 10-15 more minutes. But I will do a quick scope again then and show you what they look like, what the finished product looks like, so you can see what they look like. But again, something to make your own. So anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome Saturday. Food prep. Again, food prep. Vegetable, sauce, meat. Mix get 3 different things together. Make them your own. Put them together. But then you can mix and match them. So far, I have a cheddar cheese sauce. I have a bunch of noodles. I have chicken cooking. And then I also have a marinara sauce for my spaghetti. And I'm probably going to do one more. So anyway, thanks for joining me. And please, if there's any way I can help you, definitely come check out my site. It's going to be livelifepainfree.com. And I will have lots of tips and tricks on how to deal with chronic pain syndromes like fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, and be able to combat those a lot with diet and have a better, healthier life. So anyway, thanks again for joining.